So the idea is it looks like it's all quiet on the Western Front over here. I don't know if that is actually a proper metaphor, by the way. I never read the book. But, like, it looks like, okay, he's got enough lings that he's not going to let me scout. But I don't see Hydras either, right? In fact, this is the most all-in move possible. He's going to have so many lings, and either the Zealots will leave and put on a little bit of pressure, or he's going to play extremely patient, and he's going to wait for that Corsair and then try to come in. A second cannon is made, Artosis. This is wild. Very good instinct here.
Yeah, this is like so completely crazy. Okay, here he goes. He's going after the wall-in, but also attacking the Zealots. It is an insane amount of Zerglings. Almost no drones on the map. He breaks through the first Zealot. The Probe's coming up to block, but he's not blocking behind the gateway. Oh, so the Zerglings get in.
Oh, this is wild. Yeah, you got to make a forge behind that in order to block that. And it looks like this is probably going to be game, Artosis. I mean, the cannon goes down, the lings spill in. I don't know if there's a cannon in the main, but then again, I don't know if that would really matter right now.
Oh my god, well, he does have double cannon in the main base, but he's not blocking them sufficiently here. He is popping a lot of Zerglings with his many, many probes. So that's something at least. And unless that's a scout about to pop out, Tasteless, I don't think he's going to be able to hold
I think
this.
A scout would never be able to save this. That's going to be a GG. Wow, a really well done all in.
But it looks like this counterattack is going to force a cancel.
It just feels like the perfect number of Hydralisks, doesn't it? It's not too many, it's not too little. He'll be able to kill that Nexus off. And, you know, it's going to be a frustrating moment because a lot of Protosses will basically lose games because they just can't get the third base up. There's enough counterattacking going on here. And look at this. Oh, my God. This is disgusting.
That is beautiful usage of the map terrain there, blocking everything with the egg. But now it looks like Best's going to go out again. Has another Maelstrom, and he actually gets the Lurker eggs. I actually don't even know how that interaction works. Do they continue to morph?
I think they continue to morph, but I'm not entirely sure, but he does. Okay. Yeah, but the push is going to come in here. With the drop out there in the front, there might not be enough to try to defend over here. Towards the entrance, Action has just done a brilliant job of taking advantage of these rolling hills that lead to his bases. Oh my god, and there's lurkers in the main, Artosis!
Oh my god, there's lurkers everywhere. Even has a lurker on the path to the third base that's killing off some of the probes that are doing long distance before that Nexus finishes. Zealot's coming down to finally try to clear out these Hydras that were in his main base. Dude, Action, oh my god, 17 probe kills there. And the fact that he killed off the Observer to just stop that really powerful attack dead in its tracks. Action is on fire here tonight. Look at this, a lot of Dragoons coming in to try to intercept this drop. He has a High Templar in there as well. He still goes with the drop. That's a little bit surprising to me. And look at these Size Storms. Oh my god, Best so ready for this.
Yeah, I mean, Action, again, I think that he was in a very winning spot here, but overextending can be your worst enemy. I think Best had a very good read on the situation. Oh my god, is he going to be able to get this up in time? Oh my god.
That might be the best Maelstrom I have ever seen. That was one Maelstrom, and he got like, what, 12 Hydras or something in that? That was crazy.
I think we're going to go back into the macro game that we saw earlier. And again, I worry for Best once more here. Is this an overextension?
Yeah, Action trying to jump into this natural now against the cannons. Another ridiculous Maelstrom. Dude, you have to be kidding me on this. Like, these Maelstroms are the best things I've ever seen. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's like, why do people even get Psystorm? Are you dumb, Tasteless? Why are you not just going Mass Dark Archon against Zerg? Like, this is actually, I feel embarrassed for you. It feels like this is the Protoss equivalent of the Valkyrie, where it's like, the Valkyrie was never ever used, and now it's such like an important tool in the Terran toolbox that, you know, it's like, well, damn, I can't believe we didn't always use this thing.
Yeah. Times change. By the way, Action is still pretty insane with these counters. Keep in mind that the main and the natural are mined out for Best. And I'm not clear on how many minerals exactly are at the third base for Best, but, you know, this is still getting pretty tight. Okay, actually, he's very mineral rich at that base.
Dude, another Maelstrom comes out. He needs to kill that Dark Archon. This, like, if you look back at this game and what the Dark Archon has done, the first battle that it was in where it just sat at the front, GG, Best takes it. But, like, if he had picked that off, maybe the game actually goes to action. That, seriously, the best Dark Archon I have ever seen in my life. And I think it's definitely something that Action could do well also because he is, like, in that tier of late game serves.
He actually got the interrupt. That's crazy. Can he get the second one? He does! Artosis! This is wild. Doesn't
seem like Action is going to be able to break in there, especially with the triple probe up at the front. Oh my God, he's starting to make it. Oh, the more probes get up to block here as well. Some of these probes going down, but I think this was an excellent defense. Only one Zergling gets in.
There's a new line of sunken colonies here. He may be overextending by having the Zealots coming here. It may have been better to just have the Dragoons come in and hit from afar because there's a big attack coming here from behind as well.
Yeah, this could be problematic. Oh my God, a lot of lurkers clumped up there. A storm could be amazing. He does get one storm off on 4 of those lurkers, which is really, really good. But with only Dragoons left over, I think Action is going to smash this army.
Yeah, you know, he needed to keep those Zealots back. He kind of threw them away. That was a big mistake by him to come in with those Zealots the way that he did.
He will fly into a bunch of anti-air there with the shuttles. No! Oh my God. So wasteful. It's insane. It breaks my brain. Here comes Action once again.
Yeah, I'm sure this is full of, oh my God, there's ultras in here. I think Best
Were you sure it was full of ultras, Tasteless? Because I sure wasn't. Oh my God.
No, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's full of Lings, and then ultras came out. I'm like, oh, that's the thing I'm going to say. By the way, he has drones over here on the side because he thought he was already going to be expanding here.
Oh my God, the Plague's getting out, the Dark Storms as well. Storms absolutely everywhere. Dude, that is just insane how cost-efficient he's being.
This is wild, man. You know, Overlord's already fairly damaged. I don't see enough to... Oh, no, you know what? There's still a Reaver here. He can still storm that. Can he storm the Guardians, too? The Guardians are stacked, Artosis.
Dude, he's under a Dark Storm, so the Guardians aren't hitting anything.
Oh, my God, you're right. That's so funny.
For some reason, such a weird game.
In my brain, I'm like, why is nothing dying from the Guardian shots? Oh my God, Dark Swarm does not discriminate.
Dude, that is so funny. It's like Action is forgetting what the spell actually does. He's so used to being invincible and dealing damage under it that he's not used to the fact that Guardians are protected. Like, their shots are protected from. And with 12 High Templars down here, Archons and everything like that, it's like you're just not breaking in. Especially when you're getting 2 Guardians stormed at a time.
Yeah. No, I think that's... I mean, he just is... You can see he's just clicking through Templars, being like, which one has a storm?
Man.
Oh
and everything blowing up here. It now is supply block because he's lost so many Overlords trying to drop. Almost 0 income left.
Yeah, you saw him just toss his head back as he realized, like, oh my God, I have to spend money on Overlords right now. GG, that's it. What a game.
What
How long was that? I didn't even catch it.
No, I don't know. That was super, super long, though. And like, they basically mined out the map. Only that 6 o'clock base you were talking about before was that was the most important part, right? It was like trying to get that base, trying to hold that base. What a great game from Best. Even losing his main base. Yeah. And being down 80 supply for a while, he still ends up winning that game. I think that means that we're just not going to have too much, well, action going on in the early game.
This is why you're the best, Artosis.
The best? Oh, Tasteless, you're also the best.
I think this might be a mistake. I think he's more nervous than because, No, it's because this is actually just a little bit late. He actually misread this. Oh my God.
Okay. Well, good block from Best, man. He's really reading these situations so well. And just seeing that Spire's on the way, we might see the Dark Archon once again.
I think it's time for our old friend. I hope it's the same Dark Archon from the first game, because I don't think that Dark Archon was killed, Artosis.
No,
it's still
it's immortal,
in the Protoss'
truly.
forces.
Oh, dude, he is going to make the Dark Archon.
He's back.
Oh, that spells doom for Action. I've never seen Best lose a Dark Archon game today.
Artosis, I want to get like a Dark Archon tattoo on my chest, but it would probably just look like a really weird big third nipple when I look at the way this unit looks.
You already got 2 of those on your chest, Tasteless.
Like
It's okay. I actually have a Dark Templar tattoo on my bicep, Tasteless.
Oh, okay, perfect. You just can't see it because it's cloaked. We never have a scan.
Yeah, you don't have any
arm.
detection, Tasteless. You're not an observer, you're a caster. And here we go. Let's see if this formation works out. You see those Zealots run in. They do turn around, but this might be because there's a counterattack happening on his third.
Yeah, the counterattack's going to come in here now. I think there's enough Hydras he can just snipe the Nexus if he can get up here in time. But will he elect to actually snipe the Nexus? We could have Maelstrom used over here. Oh my god. But watch, they don't automatically attack those units. You got to get the Psystorms on him. Well,
yeah, and it looks like he will. Dude, he cleaned that so well. I actually thought he would just right-click the Nexus and kill it off, but here it gets cleaned up, and that was like so efficient that the Maelstrom's definitely doing a great job there, and Best continues to be cost-efficient.
So the Lurker Contain is going to be the play. This is not the easiest Lurker Contain because there's a lot on the outside here, but it seems like he's pretty confident he can just push into this. Do we have enough Storms to actually blanket this? There might just be enough Dragoons that he like barely doesn't. No, hold on a second. Oh man, this is getting bad because the Zealots can't fight the Lurkers like this. Oh,
yeah,
God.
this is a little bit gross, the amount of splash damage he's taking upon these Zealots. He will mostly clean this up, though, and it looks like he's going to kill everything. I tell you what,
dude,
Action missed an opportunity to kill that Dark Archon. That's going to come back and bite him. You watch.
I got to say, I'm kind of stunned. You know, all those Zealots are super low, but I guess he realized he either could come in there and risk losing them, but at least fracture the position, which is exactly what he did. And now the Lurker Contain's been broken. Best is actually the tactical genius looking at this. That was a now or never moment. He realized that all the Hydras are attacking his Dragoons, so he can just get in there and try to fork his Zealots out in different directions. And he got there and killed off the Lurkers before the reinforcements got there, and now the Lurker Contain is gone.
Wow. A very big moment for him, so he's able to breathe for a moment, continue to refill his supply here, getting more High Templars, fielding more Dragoons as well. Oh, the snipe, very good on one of those High Templars. Best has to be careful here. You still have to be really efficient, even though you've done a good job holding so far.
Okay, kind of a bad storm, doesn't really connect with any targets, but is this actually enough Hydralisks? It feels like there's so many Dragoons coming out right now. There could be another Maelstrom coming in here. There it is again, and he catches the Lurker. So nicely done here by Best. He is the god of Dark Archons here. The Hydras are... That's it. Action taps out. Holy cow. Oh, my God.
Amazing. I can't even believe it. Best, the only Protoss in the tournament, maybe the underdog of the remaining Protosses from that round of 16, has now made it to the round of 4. You see how happy he is. Dude, there is a real path to victory in this ASL for Best. He may finally do it. Now, Darkstorm going up at this third. He's got it. Man, this is getting really bad for Mind right now. He does have a supply advantage, but he's lost a lot of the tanks that are oh so crucial. And as this additional Darkstorm goes down, like, this is really hard, man. Like, he might deny a bunch of mining here with that Lurker.
Yeah, you know, once a Lurker gets up here, if there's no fire bats, there's really no way to fight this. So much production is coming out right now for Queen. I mean, this is a real powerhouse Zerg. He's on 4 bases, but the number of Lings that are hatching here, he may want to, I don't know if he wants to maybe try to change. No, I take it back. I was going to say maybe it'd be better if he had his rally in the middle of the map, but then that's a great way to lose the game when you can't control, you know, and don't have time to reset the rally points once more. But Terran's on the move. Terran headed northbound is going to come over here to what is actually a not very well defended base right here.
Yeah, but he got that plague off. It was like 10 fire bats there, and he plagued them, and they just insta-died to everything. So you see, these are kind of the problems, right? Like, you can never really attack into this composition. Just plagues going off. Look at this. The vessels get picked off by Hydra Plague so quickly, quicker than anything. Like, way scarier than Scourge. And, I mean, even a couple mutas going hunting for vessels, but they've already all died. And I think Queen has just, like, this was domination. But, like, just one thing to mention, this is like a newer strategy from Zerg that people are still figuring out how to play against and how to play. And mine just hasn't had the right stuff going on this game.
Yeah, it's funny because it looks so low tier. It almost looks like what you'd fight a Protoss player with early on. But, you know, it's the fact that Plague is so devastating to clumps of units that Zerglings and Hydras just killed him immediately. The way I think Terran could try to fight against it is to have a very good spread where there's no obvious place to Plague. It's going to benefit you. Honestly, Mine's setup right now is pretty good. But you can just see the value that the Queen is getting where he's wiping out such huge swaths of these units.
Yeah, really only the siege tanks hold their position, hold their value here against this type of strat. But you can see how heavily Queen is macroing right now. He is, well, actually he has a lot of units over to that side. I thought that was a hatchery. So I was like, oh wow, yeah, he's getting his 5th. But no, he's not.
Okay, so he's going to try to push these back. And I think that there's going to be a pretty big flank coming in here. It seems like Queen has finally found those units that were over there and can come up here. And there's just so many screens of StarCraft here that Mine have to try to multitask on. It seems like he is just barely not going to hold this, dropping the 2 tanks here in the front and kind of getting a positional reset over here. I think the Hydra numbers, they're just too high. The infantry are not large enough to have any kind of sustain. They can just get shot down one by one.
Yeah, a very, very tricky game here. And you can see he's just like adding in lurkers wherever he needs. He's always got so many defilers. You can't even use a radiate against this, you know? Like, it's not working. He's losing the vessels between Plague and the Hydras, targeting them down. It's hard to get anything to connect. And GG is called a very dominating game out of Queen. Like, literally not even close at any moment. Wow. Yeah, so that's a double layer, which is insane.
I actually had to blink there. I thought like there was something wrong with my eyes. Double layer. So this is probably Overlord speed and drop.
Yes. I haven't seen a build like this in like 15 years at least.
The bunker's up. Is it possible Mine's going to ice this attack out?
Yeah, it looks like he might, like the 3 Wraiths stopping that drop. If that drop had gone off into the natural, you lose it.
All right, he's coming up. He's coming up right now. He's out of range of the bunker.
Well, he's going to have to bring just about everything up there. Definitely wants to reload this bunker as well, honestly. This is kind of crazy that he's outside the bunker right now with everything attacking him. The SCV's coming up and starting to surround. The Marines trying so hard to help fight. Siege tank pops out. Oh my god. The Queen is dealing a lot of damage here, but this is a bit all in his build, isn't it?
I mean, he held it.
Yeah.
He did it. The bunker lives, the tank lives, more importantly. The combination of those two, and you can basically stop them from getting in there. The natural is going to not be harmed at all. There's a chance that maybe the next attack can come in here and do a little bit more, but I mean, all the key features of what Mind is going for are still here. He even still has the Wraiths, in fact, so we could probably even come out here and snipe down more Overlords.
You know, well, he spent so much money trying to get these drops, the speed, the amount of Hydras he had. Like, his natural looked, it had like 4 drones at it or something when he started the attack. So, you know, he's starting to, like, regain, you know, an economy here, or build an economy for the first time, I guess. But everything looking really rough for him. And look at this, the double drop comes into his back natural. That Spore doing some serious work on this drop ship, but the Marines and Medics going to trade pretty favorably here.
Yeah, and this, I think, in some ways could be the beginning of the end here. If he can't get control of this, currently the only expansion that he has. I mean, the Hydras are tough, but, I mean, yep, that's it. Okay, short and sweet. The Mutas are just forcing out, you know, a few more stims here in the main. The scan comes down. It's pretty obvious, by the way, when the Defiler mound is this early. Terran needs to do something. Terran wants to try to get a play in before the consume upgrade is done. Really impressive attack up here from Queen, but that Irradiate kind of messed everything up. The Science Vessel's actually still alive, and I think that attack might have been such a bad overextension. I'm wondering now if Mind can take this all the way with this push, because he lost so much. These Mutas are so bruised.
Yeah.
Another Irradiate is just around the corner, and, you know, the Mutas all feel the Irradiate, at least initially. Oh my god, he gets that vessel. That's huge.
That is a big pick off, that second vessel right there. No Irradiates for a bit. But he's still got one for the detection, which is really all he needs for the beginning of this push, at least. And in fact, look at this. He stands and fights the lurkers because he needs to cut through here as quickly as possible. This is the real key, is trying to get through the spread Sunkens and lurkers before Consume is ready.
Yeah. This is the one moment where if Terran can tear down these defenses and start to shell the hatchery, it would be huge. And I gotta say, there's not a lot to work with right now. This vessel, by the way, is so low on HP. It's like such a nail biter here. I think he does have energy for a radiate, I think. But, you know, he's got to... Oh, no, not just quite yet. Dude, the zoning is, like, perfect
It's
here.
perfect. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely perfect.
Mine is playing out of his mind right now, man. This is insane what we're seeing. More and more Marines come down. Those two siege tanks continue to push forward. What a tough position here for Queen. His engagements have not been strong enough this game. A Defiler is out. Consume finally done. And I think he has just enough. But we have something going on in the bottom right. Oh my god, a drop comes out. And he does snipe the lurkers there. But I think the Queen is just going to hold both positions, maybe? Oh, God.
Yeah, well, hold on. These 3 Marines, it's definitely enough to do some horrible damage over here to this position. Mind is, like, everywhere at once. He's actually unsieging those tanks. He's going to pull back away. He's still causing a real headache over here. I think there's 6 Lings that are about to hatch. The Nidus is going to get denied. 6 Lings can maybe actually win this fight, but it's not that cut and dry. If the Marines are microed correctly, he might be able to get away. The Dark Swarm comes down once more and wipes out that first tank in the front and surround here on the tank in the back, but somehow Mind manages to get that away as well.
Oh, man. 10 kills, 4 kills. These Marines out of control. The Lurker comes down to try to save this all, and he might end up saving that hatchery. Not really sure. No, I guess with another drop coming in, not as likely, is it? Oh, my God. He's trying to do Boxer Micro.
Oh!
He's literally doing Boxer Micro.
GG, Queen taps out. What an ending. I love the failed Slayer's Boxer Micro. That really shows you the era that we're in, where it's like, well, this is never normally the way you want to devote your time.
Yes,
Just to have one Marine.
correct.
In theory, guys, you can actually have the Marine sidestep the lurker shot and matrix dodge everything. It's actually not that easy to do. It's funny because there was a full dropship just like waiting to get unloaded, which could have killed that, but the Marine is going to come forward. He's now within vision range of the Overlord. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I don't know how soon you want to actually show that. And I assume this bunker is going to... You know, maybe he doesn't want to start it just yet.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about this build. Like, a lot of times you just do it with 3 Marines and you don't make a bunker because you have to afford the factory. And if you make a bunker, you can't afford the second depot. So it becomes, like, really risky. Like, you have to sacrifice a lot to do this build. Like, you're cutting SCVs occasionally, and, you know, obviously here, he doesn't have the bunker. These Marines will end up dying. He actually didn't get any drone kills. The bunker finally comes up after he started everything else at home. But, right, this doesn't feel like this is a big problem for Queen. There's no way he's going to lose the hatchery.
Yeah, but he's losing a lot of mining time right now. The Lings are not going to get here in time before the bunker's done. I'm kind of surprised to see these Marines wrap all the way around.
Yeah.
And he's going to get in there. Now, remember that you can't actually target fire with a bunker. A lot of people don't know this, by the way. I actually like this part of the design in the game. Because it makes the micro a little bit more interesting, like the fact that you have to run out to target that. Mine was shut down pretty hard there. I almost wonder if that was worth it or not. I think he should have maybe tried to run back out. I guess the problem is that slow Lings are faster than slow Marines, or not stimmed Marines, for lack of better words. Yeah,
I think you have to keep the Marines there. Like, you should have just kept them in the bunker probably and just, like, you know, sat there. But the Sunken was, like, perfectly placed by Queen. Basically a perfect block for Queen. He lost zero drones, and now he has his Sunken already. That's like pretty good placement for anti-Vulture as well, which is coming. Yeah, I mean, right now this game looks fantastic for Queen, but Mine still is going to have some tricks up his sleeve, right? Like, he's getting this starport. Maybe he goes, like, quick Vulture drop or something. In the early game, when they're very small numbers, the Vultures actually do well against Hydras, but as you start to get a bit more, they do get destroyed pretty hard. Now, this bunker is coming up. He, like, needs to get Marines into this bunker. so badly. Oh, God, with this many. Oh, my God. He doesn't have anything in that bunker. Tasteless. It's a big deal.
This is huge, man. And I don't think this Marine can actually get down here. If he does this correctly, he can body block this, he could snipe. And I think we are at a very important moment where the snowballing can actually begin. The Vultures are just getting blown up. The Hydras are not stopping. Wraiths are not going to be helpful, not unless they have Cloak. And this is just enough that I think we're going to see a low-tech victory. GG. Queen gets his revenge after losing with his Hydras in Game 2. He does it on a land map in Game 4, and that means we're going to go into Game 5. And, you know, Marines, when they stem, they're fast, but they die so fast if they're running. Okay, so he's going to get in between them. This is very cool to see. Lings are going to come in. I think he wants to run up into the main. Yeah, he's going to try to come in here, and this is where it could be very, very scary for the Terran, because the Lings will kill the turrets off. Although I guess not as many as I thought, but yeah, I mean, tactically, I think Queen is setting up a lot of interesting ideas. It does seem to be bouncing off of everything that Mind is doing.
Yeah, Mind's defense is still very, very solid. Like, look, the Lings are being dealt with. He has just enough turrets that the Mutas do not want to run in there.
By the way, he scanned and saw those lurkers. The Valkyrie does go down, but so do the lurkers here. In fact, I think he could just run up. I think this might have been a mistake to try to siege up on the Sunken Colony. I think you can just run up and shoot it down.
Well, he is doing some pretty serious damage here. The Sunkens are up, but it doesn't really matter. The Marine's going to stim into them. Mind knows he has a limited amount of time here. The Mutas try to come around for that flank. There is actually reinforcing units down at the bottom. I don't know if Queen has enough here.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly doesn't have that kind of backbone of Sunken Colonies, but a little bit of a misplay here. He doesn't escort the Valkyrie with the Marines. The siege tank is going to siege up, and Queen decides to scoot back. Scan comes down, you know, he does. Oh my God, it's got 2 HP.
Oh, the Muta's trying to kill the siege tank. Can he get the siege tank? That would be huge, but oh my God, a ton of damage. And this natural hatchery is going to end up falling. A terrible situation here for Queen. He does have that base in the top right. He does have more lurkers coming, and there's only 1 tank. Can he hold on?
This is so crazy. He's actually crushed the natural. There is a Defiler out here, and Dark Swarm's done. A little bit too late, though. He's going to unsiege and move these Marines away. 1 lurker shot should kill the tank, but he doesn't target it down, and it's still in the game. Artosis.
Oh, man. Mind is just doing such a fantastic job right now. He's going to rotate out. Killing the hatchery is as much as you could ever ask for in a position like this. So now it's 2 base Queen. Very tough spot. He's going to retake his natural, but complete control of this game goes to Mind.
Yeah, I mean, this is Mind's game to lose at this point in time. He is maybe the best TVZ mid-game I've ever seen. I mean, he's just... I can't emphasize this enough. I am so used to, and I'm sure everybody who watches a lot, and Artosis, you as well, you get used to seeing Terrans just kind of fail at the push, right? They have to give it an attempt because you have to try to make use of the parts of the game that you're in. Oh my God, great hold position lurker.
Oh my God. That whole position was amazing. Mind just barely going to hold on and force a cancel on this one. Uh-oh, that's a pretty big deal. That could have been, like, if he had killed that off with the 2 lurkers, I would have called him to be back in this. But as is, this is a little bit tough. No detection for Mind. He might. Oh, and he sieges up in lurker range too.
But he kills the Nidus. I think, Queen taps out. GG. Mind, I'm saying it right here. He's got the best mid-game TVZ we've ever seen. I am so used to seeing Zergs hold pushes like that all the time, and eventually we get in the late game. But Mind just did that to Queen. Artosis, this is the second, in my opinion, crazy upset. I know some people thought Best might be favored versus Action. I thought Action had a good shot against him. Yeah. Here we are again. What an insane round of 4. What is this? What year is it? Am I in a Bizarro world? I just show up in this cast. Artosis, what season is this? Season 15. Oh my God, I'm in the wrong timeline. Not the timeline where Best and Mind are fighting for a spot in the finals. If he could even snipe a few of the Zerglings with his own mutas. Here we go. Big attack comes in here. The Scourge is still back right now for Hero. The Scourge for Jaedong do come up. It looks like 1 connects, another shot down.
Yeah, a lot of Scourge starting to pop out now, utilizing that gas as quickly as is possible. It feels like Hero is gaining the advantage here. Some moving shots from those Mutas. 6 Mutas against 4 right now. More Scourge coming up on both sides. Yeah, it looks like Hero going to be able to come out on top. A great job utilizing that extra gas by quickly making Scourge. And from here, the odds of Jaedong winning are like very close to 0, I want to say.
Yeah, wow.
There you go.
Perfectly timed out Artosis. You couldn't have nailed it more than that.
Not sure that we'll see anything like super strange here. Obviously, we saw Shine do that one really weird build. That was, I believe, against Jaedong on this map, where he like proxy the hatch behind the base and try to sneak in with like, yeah, you gotta appreciate Shine and the stuff he's trying to pull off. But you know, something like that is not the style of either of these guys. We should just see a game that looks kind of similar to what we've been looking at so far.
I think we're gonna have a 7 pool here from Hero.
Oh my God, a 7 pool?
Yeah, look at this.
That's crazy.
By the way, this is the variation of the 7 pool where you get Zergling speed. Pretty modern, actually. This wasn't something people did a long time ago. You only saw Ling speed with 9 pool, but this is basically you just get like 8 Lings out and then you make Ling speed. Actually, let's see. It looks like it's actually Ling speed first.
Dude,
yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
6 Lings and then Ling speed. Very cool build. So what's going to happen is the Lings are going to get there, and they're going to have speed so fast as well. This is just, I think this is over, man.
It probably is. In fact, he's going to dodge the Overlord perfectly as well. So super well mapped out build here for Hero. Yeah, I don't see Jaedong holding this. What? Okay, so the drone count is actually 6 right now for Hero, and you got to assume he's going to make more Lings to send out, like, because you have to kind of get the kill with this. Jaedong obviously sitting here on like 12 drones. You know, if he were to somehow stay alive, he's going to have a big economic lead.
Yeah, basically he's going to show these few Lings. What, can he even go around this? No, there's no way. Okay, so he's going to show this at the last second.
Yeah, but the way he walked around, if the Overlord had been slightly to the left, he would have dodged it as well. So, like, the overall planning of this from Hero is immaculate. Like, this is beautifully done.
Well, I mean, we have 4 Slowlings hatching. Keep in mind that Speedlings always beat Slowlings. They just get their connections much faster. They can be microed better. Jaedong's going to flee up the ramp, but I think Hero actually can breach this.
Well, I tell you what.
I gotta say, Jaedong, yeah.
So yeah, Jaedong, like, he's pulled the drones now, and don't forget he has the additional larva. That's a big deal here as well. He did pop an Overlord, which you know, we'll see if he keeps enough units live. It seems like he is, though. With all these extra larvae, he might be able to hold this. It's possible.
I mean, he did kill a drone. I feel like this is as well as Jaedong could have done. Problem is, he can't really afford to lose the hatch. Also, the Speedlings can get on top of Lings that are hatching. The drones and the Lings in the ramp, I don't think that Hero can get up there. This actually, by the way, is I would have thought we would already be on a commercial break by now. Yeah. I thought that Jaedong would have just died. So this is actually pretty impressive. Doesn't mean that he's going to win. So he has 4 mining minerals back at home. There are Lings. Keep in mind that the drones can fire over the Zerglings.
That's right. So, also, the AI gets really screwed up here. Like, the Lings are going to try to attack other Zerglings, so the drones actually get lots of free shots in this situation. And look at this. It's like he's almost held it. It's 4 Lings against 3 right now. But let's see what he ends up going for.
That's so funny, that like update or whatever happened. Yeah. I thought that was actually on my PC. I'm like, oh god, the recording's gonna crash.
Like, wait, I don't have any Korean stuff installed here.
I'm like, what is this Korean software on my computer that's popping up? Okay, so the second hatch is done. And I like this with Jaedong's doing. He's basically, the moment that Hero's not looking, he sends 2 down and tries to target a Zergling. And keep in mind that with Hero making the additional drones, he's actually down on Lings. So, I mean, there's a chance that Jaedong cracks this open and has a big counterattack. So he's going to try to come down here and force... Oh, my God. Hero's, like, actually playing so perfectly. But does he have enough now? And I notice that there's just a bit of a better arc right now for Hero, but Jaedong eventually chews his way through that. And Hero's going to have to retreat. Jaedong at 15 supply, Hero at 21. The layer on the way, but the Spire is close to finishing now here for Jaedong.
All right, well, he is getting that Evolution Chamber, so he could go into a longer game here for sure. Now, Jaedong going for this little counterattack, and I mean, this is a very important moment. Gets on top of these Zerglings. He certainly has more Lings at the moment. The drones come out to fight as well, though, and he does have to turn around as more hatch. It's 8 mutas against 7, so Jaedong has that advantage just slightly.
He just let a Scourge at an Overlord.
Oh, damn. Big mistake right there. It does supply block Jaedong, which is one thing to mention. Jaedong does have more damaged mutas, but he has more mutas here as well. Oh, God. The Scourge, I think, did get a decent connection there. Does Jaedong have enough? It's 7 against... Oh, my God. I think Hero's going to do it once again, Tasteless. It looks like he just has too much.
Yeah, he just understands CVZ so well.
His drones are already there. Doesn't care so much about those minerals. Now, we have a little bit of an engagement there. Doesn't really go one way or the other. And he does do a little... Jaedong with a little Ling counterattack during that. Doesn't quite get the drones, but a great try.
Oh, the Scourge are going to come in here. They do connect onto both targets. There's so many Scourge here for Hero. He's going to continue to chase him. And it just seems like there's so much. There's no way that he can possibly try to fight this all off.
Oh, some big Scourge hits right there. Just 4 mutas left over for Jaedong. Can't be happy about that. I'm not sure about the actual count here for Hero, but once again with that Scourge flood, just getting the edge on Jaedong.
Yeah, he takes the Scourge out so easily. It seems like Hero's more willing to basically come in and snipe his opponent's Scourge, and then the Scourge here from Hero come in, and there's just nothing that really Jaedong can do. He has to try to hold his ground. Oh my God!
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Done. What?
What in the world did I just see?
So low.
Wait, did Jaedong just smash all the mutas? He was down like 5 mutas, and now he's up 3? What?
I can't even explain that.
Dude, it's like magnets. Like, what?
Yeah, how do those work? No, it's wild.
Look at this. Comes in with his Scourge, and ooh, that's some good micro from Jaedong. He sends his Scourge in. He micros against the Scourge here, and then look at that. He brings more up to force everything back. 2 Lings in the main base going after drones at the same time, but this Mutalisk attack could actually seal the deal.
All right, Hero's going to keep forcing with his mutas. The moving shot is good, and I mean, it's almost mystifying here. Hero somehow just comes out on top. He does kill a lot of drones. Jaedong does. Back in the main here, but I think that the killing blow is inbound here. There's just too many mutas out. Even if you were to hatch 6 mutas, Hero would still have more, and he's got Scourge hatching as well.
Yeah, that's the finishing blow right there, and that means that Hero will win a very fast round of 8 match. Ends up 3-0 against the fan favorite in Jaedong, but Hero once again just showing his absolute power at this game.
Where the command center can land shortly after.
Yeah, it's actually, oh my God, there's a Zergling hole there, and he was, it seems like he is actually unaware there was a Zergling hole there, which is shocking to me.
That's so funny.
How do you, I literally don't even understand.
How do you prep for ASL and not know that doesn't wall?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's
I don't have the answer for you there, but now he knows that it's a starport and everything. So really good building placement. Is that a second bunker? Wow, a second bunker here is amazing as well. And he has siege mode. I think JYJ will hold this.
Yeah, let's find out. The lurkers are going to come forward now. If he can target it right, he can wipe the SCVs out as well as the bunker. A lot of damage. He's going to take 1 tank out. There's still 1 more up on the high ground, and it's saved. The last shot by the turret. He does spill out of the bunker. Another bunker's going to be up here. The Lynx take that tank out. And it looks like these are all in range of the bunker, but you can kill the SCVs behind it. With the lurkers, I love the micro. Remember that bunkers can't actually target fire, so you can basically juggle the damage that's distributed between them, and he shuffles back out of vision range of the turret. The bunker could hit the lurkers, but the turret can't see that far. Now the vessel comes in, spots, and kills off one of those lurkers as the other 2 pull away.
I tell you what, that was almost a rout for JYJ, and then Soul Key with those lurkers and the fact that he had gotten the first science vessel. made some magic occur. And I think Sulky is going to go into Hydro Lurker Defiler from here. Like, I really think he should, and I think he will. And it's like a great type of choice. Ooh, he picks those off. Amazing save on that Vessel. But yeah, look at this. Like, such a heavy micro battle here.
This is wild. It looks like the Lurkers are going to just come in range. I would have loved to have seen a defensive matrix a little bit earlier there on the tank.
Yeah.
And the Hydras actually shoved that away. And remember that the gas geysers, you know, they get a drastic reduction in income once you start to mine them out. And from there, you're just going to be working with Marines. But man, Sulky, a great interception on those vessels.
But look at this. JYJ runs by. He's going to get this fourth base hatchery. He did get some of the drones there as well. This army will be killed off, but a great move from JYJ. And this is a great time for it, because exactly what you're talking about. We're hitting 22, 23 minutes. Guess what, Tasteless? He's going to be on 1.5 gas in just a second here.
And he's going to stem right in. He's going to try to force out a Dark Swarm. In fact, I don't even see a Defiler or Tosis. Oh my god, I think JYJ's done it.
He has done it, Tasteless. There's just no gas left for Sulky. He's got so little coming in. You can tell by the amount of Zerglings. And a great game here from both players, to be honest. I think JYJ keeping his cool. He was so good with these Irradiates, seriously.
He really was.
It gets very hard against the Plague and the Hydras, but he kept the pressure on. Stayed alive through some very hairy circumstances, and GG is called. JYJ takes game number 1. Okay, so a very different build here from JYJ. But
okay, he's going to bug this up here.
Oh yeah, this is a great jump that you can do. You can just go ahead, utilize the displacement there, and pop the Vulture through. Very, very nice move. So see, it's one of these highly technical builds, and I mean, this is going to be annoying for Sulky to deal with, no doubt. He's going to lose at least a drone, probably multiple.
By the way, I think that the Hydrogen was actually, I'm sorry, not the Hydrogen, the Mutalisk Spire was actually made later on map 1. It seems like in this case, because the build looks the same, the idea that's coming here from Sulky is like he's just going to get both of them out here and then try to figure out what he's up against. Oh god. Boy. All right, here we go. Okay.
I've seen that before, Tasteless. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the anticlimactic ending of a giant amount of Lurker Spikes kill an entire army in 2 seconds.
Oh, this is bringing me back to when I first learned about this when I was in high school, and I remember just losing a game and just turning off my computer and just walking away for the day. I'm like, that's it. That's enough.
Yeah. Well, the game's ruined.
Yeah, well, there might just be enough, assuming there's enough scans here to take everything else on.
Look at this flank, Tasteless. The Zerglings hold everything down so the Lurkers can burrow, and Sulky will massacre this army. That wasn't even close. There's not much hope for JYJ. It really looks like Sulky's about to tie this series up.
Yeah, this is almost Sulky's game to lose at this point in time. The counterattacks are just too strong. You know, just having one extra base this long in the game is too much. And Artosis, I've heard you say this so many times, but one Dark Swarm over at the command center, at the natural, that's basically game. That is the neck-breaking move because the minerals in the main are going to mine out. These Lurkers are now up here. They can obliterate all the workers, and that's it. GG. We're tied up 1-1. It did seem like he was able to hang on there. Oh, there we go. All right, see, I mess up the Patreon plug, but he comes in and saves us. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Tasteless and the other guy. What is that? The other guy. This is getting ridiculous, Tasteless. You know, I've been wanting to talk to you about this for a long time. It shouldn't be Tasteless and Artosis anymore. We need to switch over to Artosis and Tasteless. It has been 12 years of my life of being Tasteless and Artosis. I'm done being and Artosis. You can be and Tasteless.
Okay. All right. We can mix it back up. But the idea is that then you drop into the main. I love this eraser move. This is so sick. Oh, my God.
Dude, you got a lot, too. He got a lot there. Oh, my God. Well, I think now he's going to do something. He's bringing the Hydras to fight those Goliaths, and that'll open up an opportunity for the Mutas to be useful here as well. I think this is a point where you can kind of send those in. And, well, I mean, he's getting an okay trade here. And with the flank coming up, Sulky, he's taking a big advantage.
So the Mutas are going to be cleaned up, but already a new fire has been started. And I think it's one that basically JYJ can't put out. In fact, the Hydras can probably snipe the command center. I don't think this is going to be able to escape. And, you know, JYJ, this will, if he loses this, and I think at this point in time, it's fair to say he probably will lose this, it'll be the second loss in the series off the back of opening with mech units, in this case, committing to them.
Yeah, I actually, honestly, I like the idea of the mech units here, but Sulky just kind of outdid him. He didn't defend his main well enough. GG. Sulky ties up the series, and we're going to a game number 5.
He sees it.
Yeah. He certainly gets that. The Spire's not done, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's some serious damage. 2 already. Drawing his burrow already? Are you kidding me? This is crazy.
Dude, this is such good usage of burrow here. To just come and get this. Now, he's going to kill another Overlord. There may be Scourge or Mutas hatching right over at this. But he's going to have to get out soon, right? He forces another burrow. Now, look, the fact that they're not mining is great.
11 Wraiths here will one-volley a lot of stuff. Like, you see they're one-volleying Hydras, they're one-volleying Overlords. Oh, a Queen is out! He got a Queen. Tasis, we're going to see Ensnare.
Oh, my God. It's so smart. Of course. Of course, it's so obvious once the Queen comes out. Yeah, hide the Queen. Is this kind of like the Dark Archon for Maelstrom to catch the Mutas? It's kind of the same idea. It's like, if he just gets... Okay, now he's going to try to... Okay, this is it. Does he? Oh,
he missed!
Whips it! What? I didn't see that coming. This is crazy.
Oh my God, I can't believe he missed it. That is insanity. And now the Wraiths are being microed so heavily here. Now, there's enough sunks that you're actually not going to break through with the Marines. So the Marines do have to pull back. He did not break him. But honestly, that could have been a situation where you lose as JYJ. So I can't be disappointed for him.
Well, I think if he does this right, he can kind of zone the Mutas. He is one-shotting everything that hatches. These are all dying so that so that the hatch will last a little bit longer. He has a second Queen. That means a second opportunity. It's 75 energy, if I remember right, for Ensnare, which is honestly pretty cheap. So that's going to be just around the corner. There are still 3 sunken colonies. Units are still rallying in. JYJ wants to end this game. I don't know that he can.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Like, the Ensnares are going to be incredibly important. They do slow down the firing rate of Terran as well, of the Marines as well, rather. So it's like a really, really big deal if you hit those Ensnares. A lot of Sunkens are being made. He does not currently have Lurkers. You know, he has the Lurker tech, but that one Lurker was killed off. And again, everything that pops out of these eggs is dying, which is so painful.
He almost has enough to one-shot Mutas. You could see if the Mutas even reasonably damaged, it's going to be killed. Now, we have another moment for the Ensnare. I don't know how this works. Do you want to Ensnare on the Wraith? Is that the play? Yeah. So what happened
that's what you want to do right there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had to hit the ground or if there's a chance to miss, but I guess it's just like a Psystorm or Lockdown or anything else where you can just target that. But here's the thing. It doesn't last that long. And if you don't take a fight, it hasn't really done anything except maybe stop the Wraiths from chipping away at you. A Lurker comes out. I think with one more Lurker, maybe even without, you can't get in there. So I think the Terran has to expand.
No, it's a good point. You know, he probably doesn't have Restoration right now. No one ever thinks to really upgrade it, but it might be something that you're going to need if Parasites start coming out. Look at this, though. Utilizing the Wraiths to kill the Lurkers. How insane. We've never really seen a game quite like this. He's really taking, like, Wraith Marine and doing his own thing with it. This is something we normally only see from Leda, but JYJ, like, with his own style, is doing fantastically with it.
Honestly, you know, 2 bases is almost never enough. Oh my God. Revenge of the Wraiths. This is unreal. He's going to kill more Mutas. I think JYJ is going to go on, Artosis. This is looking so over.
Yeah, and he's hiding a base down here at 6 o'clock, which I think is pretty smart. Like, if you can just somehow get another base up, this can turn into a victory. Right now, it certainly is not looking that way. He's on the very brink of death. It's something that I mention a lot in these commentaries. When you're playing a Defiler style, if you drop below 70 supply, that's where you're dead. Up to as long as you have 70, you can hold on just barely. But you can see, huge. Like, it's getting harder and harder for him right now.
Well, he's going to just stem right in, and this is going to really strain the amount of Dark Swarms that are available here. He kills another Defiler upon it hatching on into that location. He stims, he comes up here. Sulky's looking. Is he ready, though? It looks like the last Lurker is going to be shot down.
Oh, man. Oh, the units in the main base, though, Tasteless, are doing so well. Sulky holds the other attack. He did hit one plague up here. Okay, gets down the Dark Storm. Another drop ship comes in. Oh, he might actually have overextended there. Doesn't quite catch it. He really needs to clean this up. This drop in the main base is the most dangerous thing right now. Yeah,
it seems like Sulky barely has enough Hydralisks. I think JYJ's gotten a little bit sloppy. This has got to be the most stressed out JYJ has ever been, because Sulky gets 6 o'clock. That hatchery finishes. He's lost everything that was on the map. Sulky has somehow, against all odds, survived up to this point in time.
I'm actually really stressed here, Tasteless. Probably more than Sulky and JYJ. Sulky is doing the most miraculous holds ever, and he's actually closed up some of the supply gap. But his position is still really bad. JYJ has a lot. He's refilling siege tanks and vessels. He's keeping pressure on absolutely everywhere. But Sulky is literally using every trick, every spell, every tactic that's available right now to try to just hold on a little bit longer. And you know what, Sulky, I mean, he is fighting back in a really good way. JYJ taking that bottom left, though, like, his macro is just going to continue to march forward. And it's like, okay, well, you're holding here, Sulky, right? Like, irradiates are going off, you're technically holding, but JYJ continues to just rally units in.
JYJ's vessel count is actually big enough that I think he can pull the same idea off that he's done in a couple of these games already, where he just starts to irradiate away the Zerg. The problem is that the Zerg has the workers that they need. And so I'm worried that, especially with the plagues coming down on these vessels, I'm kind of changing my thought mid-cast here as I'm watching this unpack. I was going to say maybe he has enough vessels, but they're all plagued, or most of them are plagued. Zerg has enough gas to kind of produce and push out. The Terran's other bases are pretty far away. There isn't a really easy third base to take as Terran, which can be okay. But I'm worried that if Zerg can just open up the map a little, this bottom left base is going to go down. Terran's going to mine out the 9 o'clock base probably pretty quickly here, too.
Tasteless. Like, he's scouted everything except 6 o'clock. JYJ has Marines in the bottom right. Because he's playing this like it's 3-base Sulky, where if you just lean on him, it doesn't matter, they're dead. But he's right now figuring out that, oh my god, he has 6 o'clock. And look at that. Yes, his eyes like perked up. He just kind of, his head shook a little bit there. Now he knows that he's actually against a 4-gas Zerg. And this is part of why Sulky is staying in this game and holding on. JYJ has to do a little bit better. Now he's trying to break this base once again. Oh my god, the Dark Storm at the last second, the Lurker Eggs blocking. Sulky continues his magic. Maybe a Plague can go down here. That would be a juicy Plague target with all those medics. Ooh, there it is. So definitely can clear that out. Dude, it's crazy to watch Sulky fight back.
Definitely, JYJ has the right idea. Oh my god, there's actually an opening here. If he can just irradiate, he's just going to try to suicide that vessel, not good enough. Sulky is so tenacious. Funnily enough, those Marines actually get cover from the Dark Swarm. Remember, Dark Swarm doesn't discriminate. Nothing that's a ranged attack will damage anything inside of the Dark Swarm cloud, and so the Defiler is shot down. I think the walls are closing in here for Sulky. I think there's not much time left in this game. Sulky's only play is to try to get up into the bottom right location and expand into there. Another drone comes down. I lost count at how many drones have come through here. I think this is the killing blow, Artosis.
Dude, you can see how hard it's been to kill him, but it does look like Sulky is just about dead at this point. Sulky is going to be out of his 3rd gas. He's just not going to have anything left eventually. And as JYJ hits 6, he knows that he's won the game. You can see a big sigh of relief. Sulky looking a bit displeased. He put on a hell of a show here tonight. This final game, just the most indestructible I've ever seen a Zerg. But JYJ is going to make it through.
JYJ's done it. I think we're just seeing Sulky process this loss, his hand even coming off of the keyboard. This is the point of no return, and it's going to be JYJ moving on to the round of 4 and going up against Hero, and who knows, with play like this, possibly even going on to the finals of Season 15 of the ASL.
Yeah, definitely a real possibility there. GG is called, and JYJ makes it to the round of 4. Oh my God. What a mammoth Terran vs. Zerg series this was.